Welcome to the long-awaited episode 5 of my Pokemon Switch Lock series. If you're new to the channel and want to catch up, there is a link to my playlist with all the episodes, plus a rule set video in the description below. Also subscribe while you're at it, it's free and it helps out a ton, and make sure to join my Discord server where you could be a part of a larger community. With that out of the way, let's get into the episode. I start off this episode by participating in a max raid battle and catching a Marini. The way I'll be handling raid encounters in this series is pretty simple. For every badge I get, I'll get one raid encounter. This will also apply to BDSP's Grand Underground and Pokemon Violet's Raids Den. On Route 4, I encountered an Esper which I named Purr. I also got the gift Toxel which I named Tox. My naming scheme isn't really the best, you guys could join my Discord server where you can recommend better names for me as the series goes on. While crossing the bridge to Holbury, I ran into Hop, and this fraudulent bum wanted to fight me, so I murked his entire team. In Holbury, I decided to go fishing in hopes of getting something useful, and that I got, fishing up a Chinchou named Chow, who will be really useful for the two upcoming gym battles. Using Chow and Dot the Shiftry, Nessa's gym battle was a splash. Get it? Cause splash?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
After the gym battle, I had dinner with some random politician and headed into Galar Mine number 2. This just so happened to be the location of my favorite Pokemon ever, Shellos, which I caught and named Polly after the Gastrodon that carried my first Nuzlocke series here on YouTube. Heading further into the mine, I had my pickaxe swinging from side to side, side, when I ran into Bede, who I beat with just Circer the Galarian Meowth. In the Motostoke outskirts, my encounter was an Impidimp. Deciding to get another raid encounter since I beat the second gym, I went for a Natsu. Wanting to get a good night's rest, I checked into a hotel in which I'm approached and challenged by Marnie. Although her battle was really uneventful, her theme kinda bangs though. Bringing my team's levels up, Chow evolved into a Lantern. In the Motostoke gym, I encountered a Sizzlipede named Sizzle. And now was the fight with Kabu, which was pretty easy if you have a Lantern on your team. Heading into the wild area once more, I see Hop and Bede ready to duke it out. I care more for Madame Web than any of these two characters, so I just let them be and went out exploring. In the wild area, I caught a few Pokemon, including a Snover, Corvisquire, Liepard, Swirlix, and Shelmet. Loon the Drifloon and Circer evolved while exploring the wild area into a Drifblim and Berserker respectively. On my way to Stonemon's side, I caught a silly Cobra named Cobra, and Blip the Blipbug evolved into an Orbeetle. I see the remains of Hop's battle against Bede, as he was sulking that he lost. Look, I'm going off script, but I'm going to keep it real with you guys. I humiliate Hop on the regular, and it's fine when I do it. But when Bede does it, all of a sudden, it's his 13th reason why. I just don't get it, so I beat him up again. Bringing in Scythe the Scyther from Let's Go Pikachu, I took on the 4th gym. Scythe was really good, sweeping Bede's entire team, including her trade evolution Machamp, earning me the 4th badge. Speaking of trade evolutions, thanks to my good friend Poketips Mike, I was able to trade and evolve my Scyther into a Skeezor. Okay, off topic, I'm going off script again, but how do you pronounce this guy's name? I say it like Skeezor, that's how I've always said it, but others say it Scissor. I'm just so confused about this, okay? This was pointed out to me in a random VC session with friends. If you guys could comment on how you say this Pokemon's name, I'd greatly appreciate it. After evolving Score into a Cinderace, I witnessed Bede commit domestic terrorism by mining out an art piece. So we fought, and during this, his Hatterene crit Psybeam Loon, killing him. Look, I know I was at half health, but a Psybeam really should not have killed. Drifblim is really tanky, but that's just the way it is. Scythe, now having a type advantage, was able to sweep in and avenge Loon. After the battle, I saw Bede get disowned by his own father figure, then get dragged away by random men. Family, am I right? Sonia was also able to uncover more information about the legendary heroes tucked behind a wall that Bede wanted to destroy. In the Glimwood Tangle, I encountered a Passimian named Simeon and got more raid encounters, such as Toge the Togekiss and Butter the Butterfree. I added Toge to the team and immediately evolved him into a Togekiss. The 5th gym leader Opal was also pretty easy all things considered. Circer was able to one-shot the freshly G-maxed Alchemy with just one max Steel Spike. After the battle, I witnessed Opal's speedrun adoption by kidnapping Bede. Family, am I right? Hop wanted to fight again. Oh my god. We had one close call with my Snorlax from Let's Go Pikachu almost dying, but I was able to make it through alright. On Route 7 and 8 I caught a Carablast and a Snom respectively. Thanks to Lantern, the 6th gym was really easy since water has a natural type advantage against rock. Hop wanted to fight again. Oh my god. I slimed out his entire team just so he wouldn't bother us for the rest of the video. Thanks to some trades with my very good friend Tam, Carablast and Shelmet evolved. My Route 9 encounter was a Cramorant which I named Cram. Making it to the ghetto that is called Spike Month, Marnie wanted to fight us in exchange for letting us inside the town. The only notable thing about this fight was Cram. Cram's ability, Gulp Missile, lets it counterattack with an Arrokuda or a Pikachu after using Surf or Dive. It changes to its Arrokuda form after using these moves. But since I had the battle effects off, Cram changed into its Arrokuda form, then used Dive, which I think is really funny since it messes up the order of events when using the move. After cleaning the Spike Month gym, I witnessed the best vocal performance in any video game ever.
Because tonight will be the night that I will fall for you over again. Don't make me change my mind. No, I won't.
During the gym battle, I did not play around to the crit, and the Lantern died to Skunktaint's critical hit Sucker Punch even when at low green health. This was careless of me and a good example of how we should always play around the crit, especially in a Nuzlocke. Score was able to come in and get rid of Pierre's Skunktank, earning me the 7th badge, but at what cost? God, is that you? God, why did my dad leave me? I also got one more raid encounter being a Rabombi, which I named Rabom. She will be really useful for the upcoming Dragon Gym. I brought back Stuffle to the team and evolved him into a Beware. I also added Rabom and Prost Lapras from Let's Go. And now was the final gym battle against Raihan. Rabom may or may not have died to a Max Steel Spike.
It might be good though. Rabombi!
But a Dynamax to Beware was able to enact revenge with a Max Knuckle, sealing us the 8th and final gym badge for Pokemon Sword. Sonia was also dubbed Professor, getting a new outfit. The last Wild Area encounters included a Dual Blade named Blade, a Joltik named Jolt, and an Eldegoss named Goss, and an Unpheasant named Pheasant. I decided to hold off on my last 3 raid den encounters. Although I beat all gyms, I decided to save those for when they're really necessary. And that concludes the 5th episode of the Switch Lock. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to see more content of mine, be sure to like the video, and while you're at it, subscribe, as a huge chunk of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed. It's free and it helps out a ton. Also join my Discord server so you can be part of my community. And with that, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.